Hey y'all, welcome back to From the Holler. Y'all, today I want to talk to you for a few minutes. As y'all know, for the past several weeks, we've been dealing with a few things. Addiction has reared its ugly head in our family once again. And I've been in a dark place that I swore I would never allow myself to go again, but I did. And things have just not been going as smoothly as I would like for them to, or that I expected them to be going at this point in time. And that's okay. I see that it's okay now. So I wanted to hop on here and I wanted to have a chat with you guys and let you know that it's okay to not be okay all the time. It's perfectly fine. But now what I mean when I say it's okay not to be okay all the time, I mean there are going to be things. Addiction's ugly, y'all. It's ugly. It's nasty. And it pops up and it'll smack us in the face every chance it gets. Okay? Just when you think things are going just the best. Okay? And you're able to take that breath again and you feel that your lungs filling up with that air and you're full of hope and you're full of dreams and you get those lungs full and you're just ready to exhale, addiction pops right back up and says, let me take all that from you. Let me take that breath that you just took. Let me take all those hopes that you just had. Let me take all those expectations and those dreams and everything else that I can, and let me crush it right in your face and show you that I'm in control. Not you. I'm in control. That's what addiction does. That's what addiction is. It's ugly. It's nasty. Okay? And it can wipe us out quicker than anything in this world. We're not even the addicts. We're just the loved ones, or the parents, or the siblings of the addict. But we're affected most of the time more than they are, because they're living in their own little cocoon world where everything revolves around them. Okay? Nothing can get in and bother them because they're taking care of themselves. And we're left out here, hung out to dry, and we're dealing with the real world stuff. We're dealing with the pain and the anger and the hurt and the frustration and the grief and all the things. We're dealing with real world. We're dealing with real world stuff, while they're all cush inside their little addiction cocoon, where addiction is lying to them and telling them that it's okay, you deserve all this. I've got you. I'll take care of you. All you have to do is keep using, and there won't be a problem in the world that will ever touch you. You won't be sad. You won't be lonely. You won't be feeling any kind of bad feelings because I got you. And the addict believes that because it's so easy to believe that, because they can get lost in that world. And they are lost in that world. While the rest of us are out here like, what just hit me? I've been in those dark places. I'm just coming out of one of them. I swore the last time I went through this, which has been over a year ago, that I would never allow myself to get sucked back in. Okay? I would never allow myself to go to the dark place that I have been to. And then it happened again, and I'm like, what the? How? No. I'm learning each and every time that I go to that place or that I get anywhere near that area. I am learning what I need to do in order to pull myself out of it. Okay? It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to scream. It's okay to have the emotions. It's okay to have the feelings that you have. It is okay not to be okay. And we're all going to be in that situation. Okay? If you have a loved one that's an addict, if you're the mama of an addict, you're going to have all of that. Okay? You're going to have the frustration. You're going to have the disappointment. Lord have mercy on us all. You're going to experience it. Unless you're one of the lucky ones and your addict sees what's in front of them right off the bat in the early stages of addiction and drops it right then and there and never picks it back up, you're going to be one of the lucky ones. There are those of us that have been dealing with this for years, for decades. Okay? And we've seen everything, we've heard everything, we've been told everything anybody else wants to say, because when it comes to this, they are super free with their feelings and how they think it should be done. And if you don't do what they think you should be doing, you're an enabler. That's their favorite. You're an enabler. No. You need to look that word up. I'm a mom. It just so happens that the addict in my life is my child. I'm a mom. I'm a mom first. Okay? There's the difference. I'm that child's mother. Okay? Now, like I was saying, it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. Don't waller in it. Don't sit there or lay there or stand there and waller in that emotional mess, that physical mess, that mental mess that you have been left in. You didn't choose to be in it. No, nay. You did not choose to be in that mess. You were put in that mess. And here you are, and now you've got to figure things out. You've still got to function as an adult. You've still got to function in the real world. You've still got to function as a person, as a wife, as a husband, as a mom, as a dad, as a nanny, as a paps, as a brother or sister, aunt or uncle. It doesn't matter. You've still got to function. You still do. No matter how much you sleep, you're still going to wake up and it's still going to be right there in front of you. That's the ugliness of addiction. Part of it. Addiction doesn't discriminate. It doesn't look at how much money you've got in the bank and be like, oh, nope, that one's too rich. Can't touch that one. Or, that one, they're struggling. So let me back away and not bother that one because, bless their hearts. No, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't matter how much money you have or don't have. It doesn't matter what kind of a house you live in. It doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that addiction will grab hold of anybody. And once it grabs hold of that person, it doesn't just have that person, it has the whole family. Anybody that loves that person, it's got a grip on. Okay? Because they're scared to death. They love the person that addiction's got the grip on. And y'all, it's a tight grip. It's not going to let go for nothing in this world. It doesn't matter how much you scream at it, how much you pray on it, how much you beg it and plead it, guilt trip it. It doesn't matter. It's not going to let go until the addict inside of that hand breaks free. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to anybody out there. It's got to be in here. But yet we're left, we that surrounds them, we're left holding the bag with all the emotions, the grief, the anger, the frustration, the disappointment. We're left with all that. The shock. I call it shock and awe, and I've said that before. That's my term for it, shock and awe, because that's what it is. You never know what's coming, and you never know how bad it's going to be. You don't ever know when it's going to hit. You might feel a little hint of it headed your way, but you don't know how bad it's going to be. You don't know how bad it's going to be. You don't know how bad it's going to hurt, how bad it's going to piss you off, how bad things are going to get because of it. You never know. And you just brace yourself. You just hold on for dear life. As someone here on the channel said, you're flying by the seat of your pants. That is, there has never been a truer statement made than that. You don't know what you're going to wake up to from one day to the next, and you're just hanging on for dear life. I understand not being okay. I do. I even understand wallowing around in it. I do that too. I do. In the early years of all this, I wallered. I wallered like a pig in mud. I sure did. And then I figured out, I've got to change this. I'm going to lose myself. I'm going to lose everything I've got. I'm going to lose everybody that I have that's still standing on my side. I had already lost a lot of people in my life. But I stood to lose a lot more. I had to pull myself out. I had to do the things that I had to do in order to be okay, in order to see a light at the end of the tunnel for myself. I can't see it for my child who is caught up in this. I can't do it. Only he can do that. That was a hard realization that I had to come to as a mom. I can't make him okay. I can't scream at him. I can't threaten him with being grounded or disciplined or whatever. Okay? That doesn't work. He's 30 years old. I can't love it out of him. And I can't guilt trip him out of it. If that worked, this would have all been over and done with years ago. If any of that worked, it would have all been over with years ago, and we would not be in this place having this conversation right now. It doesn't work. You have got to take care of you. You cannot take care of anything else or anybody else unless you take care of yourself first. We have to do that. As moms, as sisters, as aunts, whatever the case may be, as friends, we have to take care of us before we can take care of them, before we can take care of anybody else in our lives. So yeah, it's okay to not be okay. It totally is. But it's not okay to stay there. You'll lose yourself in a heartbeat, and you'll lose the things that mean the most to you in this world. I know this. I know this for a fact. I was this close to losing my whole little world because I lost myself in my child's addiction. Now, you may see me on here talking a whole lot about my child's addiction. Y'all, I share my feelings about this, okay? That's what this channel's about, for the most part. I share my feelings pretty much on a daily basis about how I feel about my child's addiction and what's going on with that addiction and where we're at and how he's doing and all the updates and stuff like that. I show how it is that I'm raising my grandson because of addiction. I have to be strong for that little boy in there because he doesn't have anybody else. He has me and Paps. So yeah, it's okay to not be okay, regardless of what anybody else may tell you. Because there's a lot of people out there that want to make you think that because you feel the way that you feel, because you're angry or you're frustrated or you're upset or you're disappointed, that you're doing it all wrong. Or you're just naive and that's just manipulation and all that. No. It's okay. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself a break. Fill your cup back up. You're going to need it. Because once you step into the addiction world, it's a long haul. Okay? Sometimes it's a good end game. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's what you want. Sometimes it's not. Either way you go, it's hard. It's hard. There is nothing easy about this life. Not a thing. You live on a constant roller coaster. Every day. Every day. You almost go into panic mode when your phone rings. And I'm looking for my phone and I'm recording on it. You carry that phone so tightly in your hand so that if anything was to happen, you wouldn't miss that phone call. If any of your kids might need you, you wouldn't miss that phone call or that text message or whatever it may be. You don't want to leave the house because you're afraid that the cops will show up and to give you notification and you'll be gone. Any of this sound familiar to anybody? That's not living either. Your addict is not living, they're surviving, and that's not living life. It is not. And if you're wallowing around in this, you're not living either. You're not. You've got to figure out what steps you can take in order to be okay. Because like I said, this is a long haul. There's going to be a lot of days. A lot of days where you're going to think, I'm not okay. Just like the song says, I am not okay. I'm barely getting by. And you've got to figure out what it is that you can do to help yourself so that you can see light at the end of the tunnel. So that you can function as an adult, as a mom, as a wife, as a sister, as an aunt. You've got to figure that out. And I hope and pray for each and every one of you out there. If you haven't found your coping mechanism and your way of handling things to make sure that you can pull yourself out, I pray you find that soon. We all need it. Whether it be therapy, whether it be a group support, whether it be a best friend that you can go to and talk to, whether it's coming here and talking in our community, whether it's sending me an email and saying, hey Missy, I'm having a rough day today and I could really use somebody to talk to. Just like yesterday, I was having a rough day. Not yesterday, a couple of days ago, I was having a rough day. I came in here into my office. I got on YouTube. I hit the go live button and I went live with my community and I voiced what was going on in my little world at that point in time. And by the end of that live video, I was back. I was recentered. I was ready to go once again. My cup was running over and y'all, I felt loved and I felt supported and I felt acknowledged and validated. This community is awesome. 100% awesome. I am always here to talk to anybody. I want to hear your story. And I promise you, I read and I cry right along with you. I feel every bit that you share. I want to be there for anybody that needs me because I feel like at this point, this may be my calling. And I'm not patting myself on the back or anything like that. Y'all, I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional anything. Maybe a professional mom and nanny, but you know. I don't have any letters after my name or before my name. Okay? I'm not a professional. I'm just a mom that's been living the addiction hell for almost 15 years. Have I failed at things? Yeah, we're all going to. But we're going to learn from those mistakes and we're going to pick up and we're going to move on and we're going to do better next time. We don't need somebody standing there pointing their finger, laughing, or telling us how we did it wrong and here's what you need to do it right. We don't need somebody. We don't need somebody to fix everything for us. Okay? We just need somebody to put their hand out and help us back up, help us back on our feet, help us find us again. That's what we need. I'm just a mom. I'm just a nanny. I'm just a wife. I'm just a simple old country girl who lives a simple life and is fighting right along with her son to end his addiction. That's it, guys. I love my kids. I love them with every ounce I have in me. I pray for my kids on a daily basis. I pray for your kids on a daily basis. If you've shared your story with me, or you've told me that, hey, I'm not ready yet, I have a story, or if you've told me, hey, I have been in your son's shoes, you're giving me the perspective of what my mama went through. I pray for you too. I respect each and every one of you. It's unreal how much I respect each and every one of you because I've been in your shoes. I am in your shoes. I'm walking that path. I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk. Or is that the other way around? However it may be. Y'all know what I'm saying. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. There we go. That sounds better. I'm so appreciative of everything that everybody has done for me and for my family and all the prayers that have gone up over the past several weeks. Y'all just don't even know what that means. But I want to let y'all know, I've not been okay, but I am now. I'm not going to sit here and wallow in it. I'm not going to sit here and worry on it, okay? I'm not. It's not in my hands. It's completely out of my control, and it has been out of my control this whole time. This is all on my child. Every single bit of it. It's his decision. It's his choice. It's his life. And all I can do is sit here and hope and pray to God that he chooses his life, that he chooses to start living his life, start enjoying the everyday little things in life, and looking forward to the next day or the next week or the next month or even the next year, instead of getting up every day chasing a high that he's never going to get back to. He's never going to get the same one that he's chasing, but he's still chasing it. I would much rather see him out here chasing life, chasing after a relationship with his son, chasing after a relationship with his family, his mom, his dad, his siblings, his extended family. I would much rather see him out here chasing friends that he's made along the way, that from here on out will be lifelong supportive friends. That'll be good influences in his life. That's my hope and prayer for my child. That he will look and he will see this addiction for the demon that it is, and that he will finally break free from it. That's my hope and my prayer. And that's where I'm at today. I can only do one day at a time. And there's days where it's only hour by hour. It's not even day by day. And that's what happens when you're the mom of an addict. I accepted that role, that position, that title, I guess, years ago. And it's not one that I want, okay? I'd rather just be mom. And for the most part, I am. For the most part, I am. I had to go on a journey to find myself again, to find Missy, okay? I was so caught up in being mom, nanny, wife, all the things, that I lost myself somewhere along the way. And I had to take a time out, and I had to push pause, and I had to find me again. And I'll just tell you, I love me. I do. I love me. I love who I am and what I stand for. And I love me. Once again. Addiction might, Lord, I don't even want to say this. Addiction might win in some areas, but it's not going to take me down. It's not going to win when it comes to me. I will stand up and I will shout to the rooftops about how I hate addiction, I hate drugs, and I hate everything it's about. Every single thing. There's nothing good that comes along with either of those. Nothing. There's nothing that I want when it comes to either of those. It's okay to not be okay, guys. We're moms. We're wives. We're sisters. Whatever the case may be. Find a way to love yourself. Find a way to get through this. And if you feel yourself struggling to where you can't, reach out. Talk to somebody that's been there, done that, knows what you're going through. Those are the people that are going to help you get through this. Those are the ones that are in the trenches and that are reaching out to help you. those are the ones that'll have your best interest at heart. And those are the ones that will love and support you with no judgment whatsoever. And I pray that you find that person, whether it be me or another channel or somebody in real life. I pray that you find that person. And I pray that you get yourself back on track and you start loving yourself again.